Let's see, I can even prevent you from repairing Ragev.
Oh my gosh! Why?
No repairs for Ragev, apparently.
This is the last one, please.
I like, okay, yeah, I won't do anything. I like how it just kind of dies and it just kept floating and just bounced off his cockpit. Like, it just kind of comes around there. And it just comes to meet us. It's such a nice little moon, isn't it? It is a Tom the teddy bear. And then it just kind of runs into us. We kind of end up inside the planet. And then it just spawns us at the surface. And you land. Wherever you find a flat spot. And that is the quick way down to the surface of Midrand Hollow. You just watched Breaking the Game. The style of landing.
You're doing?
It works.
I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm working on getting the Sussex bark we need.
All right. All right, Scratch. Go get near.
Oh my god.
Good boy.
We're like all anticipating it now.
Come on, Carrier, do your thing. Do the thing. Do the thing, Carrier.
Do the thing, Carrier.
You can do it.
What if it...
There we go. It's starting. Okay. Now accelerate.
Engage! Woo!
Boop, boop. There we go. That was actually well timed. I like that. That looked really cool.
Tumbling out of my ass. There. Where is my, this we're going to repair. That was great. Now I
Oh, yeah. Hey, now you really need that. Minor minor misunderstandings. Don't we love the minor misunderstandings? I get those all the time. People just need to stop and think about things. What you're trying to communicate, you know? See how this works. See how this works. Seems to be. Oh gosh. I went into the scary door. Hey, there's my ship though. Okay. I don't know what they're putting in the ventilation system here, but I need to leave. Or is this like where you gotta do the hydrate your streamer because there's like your streamer is your Tamagotchi. Please, chat, let me drink water. I'm so parched. Thank you, Radio Silence. I was only joking around, but it's like the dystopian version. Everyone's a streamer and they have to rely on chat letting them eat. Chat, it's been 4 days. Can I have a ham sandwich, please? How did I just land? Did anyone else just see that? I just landed. Yeah, like I'm 5 kilometers up. Let's see what happens if I do this. Deploying SRV. Okay, there might be an SRV falling around y'all. This is really trippy. I'm just falling in an SRV through everyone. Hey there, everyone. How's it going? How's it going today? Welcome on in. Welcome on in, Anonymized, following Kira. Anyone else who's already here? 0707. We're just gonna, today, just kind of chill out, relax, just do some building today. Take it easy. Chill to some music, chill to some chatting. All that good stuff. Hopefully you're feeling better today, Kira. Did the rest hopefully do you well? Just landed on here. Whoop. We got our colonization today. I'm gonna land here and then we'll show it. Online at the moment.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
But yeah, so we got our system out here in Lagoon Nebula, which is like, we're just over 4,500 light years from Sol. So rather far from the bubble now. People have already chained colonies all the way out here, which is crazy. But yep, Lagoon Nebula, real Nebula too. So we're making a nice deep space outpost for our faction here in this system. So we got our water world here. And my goal at this one is to be able to make it so people with any size ship can turn in exploration data. So we got our 2 satellites with the random name generator making the most appropriate name ever. The most appropriate combination of the random name and the random word to put with it. Roddenberry Enterprise. Bravo, FDev. Bravo. Beautiful. No notes. We got our original one, just a small one. And then we wanted to put our Coriolis station around. We have a water world here. Putting that, and that's lagoons at Lagoon. What's interesting, I don't know if we can see them. Once we populated this, there's actually some like lights on the surface now. Like the city lights. You can just ever so slightly kind of see them there. On like a little island or something. Yeah, I can customize the names. It costs like $3-4 or something. I think is the equivalent, 5,000 arcs. So it's nothing crazy. But that's kind of their way of slightly deterring people from just making dick jokes all over the universe. But yeah, it's like, and so there's like some population lights in there. I don't know if that's happening to Earth likes. I'm gonna have to find out colonized Earth like 2 to see if they have population lights, because I didn't know that happened. I figured the planet textures would have stayed. But yeah, we're working on building that. It's Coriolis, so we have like many tons to deliver. If anyone's out in Lagoon, I would love assistance, but just a lot of back forth chill hauling today, pretty much. Yeah, an elite. Well, there have been some people that have found some kind of innuendos using the random names, kind of funny ones. But mostly, yeah. Help keeping people from trolling too much. Give them a little bit of a barrier. Plus, helps the game. The game's free to play. Well, not free to play. It's cost to play. Not free to play is not, but then free to continue playing. So you pay once to acquire the game, and then it's free, whatever. But it is still an online service. It's still kind of a like an MMO. It's still has servers and all that they have to maintain. So it's good that they have at least some sort of revenue stream without having to resort to anything too predatory. The random one comes up with good stuff. Everyone's like, Roddenberry Enterprise. That's just entirely appropriate to put with Roddenberry. Like, come on. And that was completely random. That's literally just what it gave us. I know we have 86 Pegasi. I had a really funny one there that just randomly made 2. We have, what is it, Burger Town? Did I visit here on Neve? I didn't. I don't think. I haven't visited on this character there. I need to. We have a station there called, if I remember correctly, Burger Town. So
Yeah, just the burger restaurant station is so funny.
Ship released.
Like, just sounds like, you know, some mom and pop burger restaurant in some town. Yeah, it's Burger Town. Oh, I got a YouTube chat, and I didn't even update it in my OBS. Hold on, let me pop that so I can actually see what you're saying over there. Some of the random names are just chef's kiss. Yeah, pretty much. Hey, how's it going, Anonymous? How's it going? How's it going?
Freight drive charging. Ready to engage.
Where did I put the system I need to go to? I didn't actually mark it, did I? What was the system I need? There it is. Howdy, Anonymous. How's it going over there? I'm gonna have to get used to the new thing I made to help me see chats too. I have increased the I have the lights, of course, I've mentioned before. Now I made it so my headphones beep in the ear corresponding if it's the chat box on the left, YouTube, or the chat box on the right. I'll be beeping either my left or right ear. Every chat. Am I torturing myself? Yes, but it's for your entertainment. Alright, Delta Squadron DSS-01's the station we need to purchase from. So you just randomly say beep, you say yeah. If you say boop, something actually funny happens though, to be fair. I do have a little funny thing for boop. Left ear will trigger you to check the right and vice versa? Oh. Huh. I guess I just swap them around in that case then. There's been mono versions of some random Windows sound. It's like the Windows sound or for like if you have a message or something just in one ear. And I fixed one of my other. So I had also programmed. Me. Yep, there you go, booped me. Odd enough, Boop is your dog's nickname. Nice, nice. The bestest boy. The bestest boy triggers a boop over here. Cause I really like I have Philips Hue, so I use it on the lights to help me notice stuff. Yeah, Boop does that. The best girl, the bestest girl. Okay, yeah, the bestest girl. The bestest girl gets nose boops. Yeah, so I got the lights that also do stuff, but I had one. I had been like, okay, if the ads are coming up soon, go like light blue. But I kept thinking that was a message because it was like close enough to purple. Then my periphery, I just thought it was purple. So now I made it like go from side to side. The disco that is my apartment when I stream is hilarious. So now I have it that whenever there's a YouTube chat, like half the lights in my apartment blink red. Twitch chat, half of them blink purple. If the ads are coming up every minute for the 5 minutes up till the ads start, there's this like wave of orange and then green that goes from like right to left across my apartment. Redeems flash green.
There is a state of uprising in the system. Be careful who you side with.
It's just a disco up in here.
hold at
All
maximum.
right, got some more steel. Take that back. It's Philips Hue is the ones that I have. There are some other brands out there like LifeX and stuff. And then there's a program called Lumia Stream that could hook into them, and then I could hook StreamerBot into Lumia Stream and give it specific commands. And I've had Philips Hue lights since they came out.
Heavy traffic around this city. Please take care.
Like what's like 2012, I think, or something.
Drive charging.
Stella Bella Booper Snout. She boops the back of your legs as you walk. Gotcha. What kind of dog? Big dog, small dog, medium dog, long dog, short dog, hot dog? Yeah, gotta put mustard if it's a hot dog, though. But I think we're talking about an animal dog, not a food dog. So what you need, you get like a laptop like mounting arm that can go over your bed, so you can do both. Just lay there and work. Half boxer, half chihuahua, half bully mix. So probably like medium sized, right? I'm imagining from that. The AX LAS5 guard dog rover. I think I probably could have boosted a little bit to get to this. Okay, so I got notified of a YouTube chat, but then don't see a new one. What is my box? I don't know why the box sometimes doesn't show. Sometimes they show in the show. Overlay. That's so weird. Medium large, a little taller. It's so weird because it's not just my computer, my laptop also is just not showing the latest. I see it in... one of the things about YouTube's platform that I don't understand why it does that. Alright, let me actually get around to fighting this interdiction. Supposed to be directed to lay in bed, but also lazy. Yeah, see, it's like, you know, you get or you get like an inflatable mattress under like one of those tables that you can lower and raise, and if you have a laptop that can like the hinges can go the whole 180, just take it all, wireless keyboard, just, take the hinges all 180, lay it down so just the screen's popping over the edge, tape that bad boy on there, lower the legs all the way, and then, the air mattress under it, and then just lay there, and then, wireless keyboard and mouse on your lap. There you go. Chicks. These streamer bots, that weird chat that didn't show up in the chat box on YouTube, but not. Does that? It's like, I swear, every stream just like there'll be one random YouTube chat that for some reason doesn't show in my actual chat box. I don't know why.
Document press granted. Warning, landing gear not.
Yeah, the cocktail tables. Or are you talking the fancy, not redneck engineered way of doing it? Oh, 07. We're in Nick. Did I pronounce that right? Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Storm Chaser crew. Over here as well. Yeah, YouTube's generally fine. It does this weird thing where every once in a while, just like, it'll show a chat. It'll show up on the actual stream, but then on my like actual YouTube stream manager window, it's like not in there, and I don't know why it does that. And it's like only ever like it's like one chat randomly per stream. It's the weirdest thing. But I have ways to see it without that. If I get the notification that it's there, and then I can check the text file that logs the chats too. I just open that, I'm like, okay, what was it? We had like the little fishing game over here too, because there's more redeems and stuff capable over here in any case. Oh, we caught Henry the whale shark. The non-half-assed one, rather we have a 3D printer go and die because the table did it funny. Yeah, it's like my work at home desk is just like a, one of those folding cocktail tables. So my setup's rather redneck engineered. As I look at my my joystick mounts, which are $20 wooden stools from Walmart, and a few screws to drill into them. All right, now to grab more steel. I gotta get more steel. I think there's there's some in the Discord, somewhere in there. They're in there somewhere. Bunch of random audio equipment on risers that are with an old disconnected Xbox 360 that's being used for a riser. It's janky, but it works. And granted, the main desk is actually like, it's a nice walnut executive desk. I just need more space on the side, so we have a cocktail table over there. Oh, it's less of a delay over here on Twitch than YouTube? Interesting. Because, yeah, hopefully my delay isn't too bad. I go through a relay, but should only give 3 seconds delay more than doing direct. Just because I use a 3-second SRT buffer.
Please comply with flight regulations as you approach the station. Come on.
Yeah, so I use what's called a cloud OBS service. Mine's just kind of a basic one. It's a disconnect protection type one. And so, and then it also has some other features. Like one of the ones is I can stream in a protocol called SRT instead of RTMP. Like Twitch and YouTube, they just they take RTMP. SRT has more robust error correction. Like if you do miss a frame, it can, the server has like there's a two-way communication with the server and my OBS saying, oh, you missed we didn't get one of your frames, rebroadcast, and it has 3 seconds to do that. SRT is like, it's commonly used like TV stations and stuff for like field reporters. They usually do their transmits in SRT back to the station. It's basically it's RTMP on steroids is what it is. It just takes more compute power on the server, and that's why like Twitch and YouTube don't do it, because if Twitch was offering, they need to like double the amount of servers they have, to be able to handle, because it does have that little overhead. And that's what also lets me in a multi-stream. So I just stream one stream to this relay, and then it sends it to Twitch and YouTube. And then usually it's good. We had a weird issue with it last night. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. But then also, one of the things that can be done too, if my internet and then we should be back.
Departure authorized.
And what I did there to simulate is I just told my OBS to stop streaming. So that's all. It also has more robust disconnect protection than Twitch. Twitch's only gives like 90 seconds. Mine gives up to 10 minutes, and Twitch's also just didn't kick in reliably. So I ended up going for this service. Costs a little money, but it's well worth it. Yeah, basically for non-tech terms, basically instead of streaming directly to Twitch, I stream to IRL Toolkit, and then they stream to Twitch for me. Based on just what I send them, they just relay it. They just copy it on, basically. And saves bandwidth a bit too. My ISP is a little I only get 50 megabit per second upload, which is not too bad, but sometimes it goes up and down, so sometimes it'll dip down below like 10, right? So normally if I wanted to stream to YouTube and Twitch with enhanced broadcast is usually 10 megabit per second, or 10 kilobit per second. And then usually you want another 7,000. So 17, 17,000 kilobit per second, which is like 17 megabit per second. So saving that makes it a little more reliable too, being that I only need to send 7,000 in the first place. And hopefully my voice isn't too scratchy today. I hear it sometimes kind of rasping out. Hopefully it's gonna get better though. Yeah, a lot of like technical things in streaming. Attack by power play NPCs and fight them back. Giving you a bounty, notoriety. Wait 2 hours and couldn't do the high grade missions you wanted to. Yeah. If it's the power security, yeah. Thankfully, they only do it in strongholds, so basically just avoid those. Otherwise, but yeah, definitely don't shoot back at them because they are considered clean and will get you a bounty. Kind of wish it didn't. I should be able to shoot back at them if they shot me first. Because it's like, okay, they're clean, but if they're allowed to shoot, I should be able to shoot back. These darn guys. System defense too. Those ones are annoying. Those are everywhere, but the power security at least are only in strongholds. Yeah, that one there was system security. And that one, yeah, they just do random interdictions on anyone. But with power play, there's also the powers have strongholds, and the strongholds will also spawn power security. And if you're not aligned with them, they all shoot at you. Yeah, they're usually, thankfully, they usually don't have much damage. They usually just, even the Anaconda power security are just using pea shooters generally. What will ZP make a powercraft? See, now this isn't a powercraft Freightliner. This is a powercraft Kenworth. But yeah, like a surface landable SLF for explorers would be so great. Right? Could we just get like an SLF for that? Like, cause like nobody really uses the SLFs for anything in their current state. Like the only people that ever use SLFs are the Type 11 flyers because they're forced to have a hangar, so they're like, might as well, I guess. But like. Outside of that, nobody runs SLFs.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Which, speaking of Freightliners, though, so next week for American Truck Simulator, the Louisiana DLC is coming out. So that'll be the Thursday night stream, or Friday for some people. Checking out the Louisiana DLC for an American Truck Simulator. So we'll be checking out more of that, doing some cargo hauling in that, and some Kenworth. Already got the Kenworth down near Lufkin, Texas, so we're close to Louisiana. Of the NPC payments. Yeah, paying them 10% when you don't use them is annoying. I don't even have an NPC anymore. I used to, but I fired him just because it's like, I'm never using you again. Like, yeah, they got Louisiana coming out next, so we're gonna check that. I've never been to Louisiana, so I can't vouch to its accuracy personally, but I know with Nebraska, Iowa, and Missouri, and Kansas, they've been very accurate. And I'm looking forward to when South Dakota comes out. That's also going to be a real one I'll be interested in. But I get all the American Truck Simulator. Ooh, and they announced British Columbia officially now too. I know I've been a lot of times I'm playing Pro Mods Canada because I love British Columbia. But now there's going to be official British Columbia coming out sometime, probably like this time next year, I think, based on their cycle. How fast they release DLCs. But that's going to be exciting. I want to see how that turns out. Their official British Columbia, because Pro Mods Canada has been great, but having an official one would be really cool to see what they do with that. They're going to be going, like they've already shown, they're going to be going more north towards Alaska too. Some of the landmarks that they show in the announcement trailer were up near like the Canada border of British Columbia. So I'm really excited for that one. Because like most of the time, if I'm not in American Truck Simulator streams, when I do stream that, if I'm not checking out a new state, I'm in British Columbia doing log hauling. I have to watch this to tell you. Wait, what did you come across? What did you just come across? I don't know. But for anybody who's new to the channel, though, I do some my day job. I work in the trucking industry, doing the like office side of what happens when trucks break down. So then I play American Truck Simulator on the side. So. Well, let's not be too traumatic and shit, though. That is pretty traumatizing, yes. They have an official one, what? They made a furry chow merch. Okay. Interesting. That I didn't necessarily expect. It doesn't look like it's a crazy furry in any case, though. You're in Louisiana. Louisiana. It's like how Missourians call it. Just call it, oh, I live in misery. Yeah, it's like 1 to 20th scale map, but I know they usually do reproduce their landmarks they put in the game fairly well.
Logan Peterson, Foxtrot Sierra Niner.
Very gender, but still.
System Commander. Request docking permission prior to touching down. Request approved.
I mean, I at least get along with furries, generally. Some of them, you know, maybe not, but a lot of them are fine folks. There's just get some that are a little far out there. But I think you get that in almost any community, honestly. They're just, you get more public about it, I guess. Some of them, it's a little more out there.
Commander. Ground crew are on standby.
The artwork and design into it is pretty interesting that they put into them.
Hull integrity compromised.
Landing complete. Dispatching ground crew. There is a state of uprising in the system. Be careful who you side with.
More steel. We just keep hauling, keep hauling. We're just chilling out today, basically. Yeah, so we got Louisiana DLC.
Departure authorized.
And I'll probably be trying to do some of the big heavy haul and stuff there with the triple low boy and the triple drive axle Kenworth W900. We'll check out whatever their new special cargo hauling, if they're going to add any from there, so that'll be fun. I always like that challenge. I got different trucks for different purposes in there. They'll probably have the holiday event up for American Truck Simulator 2, I imagine, too, which is pretty fun. They actually have snow physics in that. I wish they would add some sort of map somewhere.
Ready to engage. 3, 2, 1, engage.
Voice work, nice. Yeah, just seeing it be officials is more the part of it. Then again, there's also Windows has official waifus from Microsoft, so it doesn't really surprise me that much. Yeah, there's the OS Tans from Microsoft Japan. Every version of Windows has an official anime girl. Yeah, Louisiana, no. Never snow on Louisiana, no. But, yeah, Ice Baby. But no, so the Christmas event, it like spawns portals all over to the North Pole, effectively. And that in that map, you get snow. It's like a seasonal map they have. And they came up with a Halloween one this year. That was kind of cool. And I think for the Halloween one, they used some aspects that they might be planning for Louisiana. Because it was had like a Bayou kind of swamp thing to go through too, and apparently there's some pictures from the previews too that had a map that looked kind of some areas that looked similar. I need to get a back pillow after I land here. My back is not agreeing with me at the moment. I also need to get like a short enough like workbench stool for when I play in Elite, because like I have to sit forward in my chair and I don't have a backrest.
Docking request granted.
Or if I could get like the setup Lev has with a center mount, but like that thing looks like it costs an arm and a leg. It was really nice to sit in though. Setup that other Elite streamer DSS Lev has.
Landing gear deployed.
This is like this like chair that's down low on the ground. It's like on rails, and then he has the sticks mounted to it. Grant, his is like he has that PC like specifically for gaming and streaming. I have to like use mine for both, other stuff besides streaming. So I can't quite make it a sim pit. Quick. You're looking it up on the Popularity Judge website. Over 1,700 results for OS 10s. Yeah, no, there's plenty of fan ones, I imagine, too. But yeah, there's definitely the official marketing ones that are used by Microsoft Japan. Damn it, how much steel do we have left here? Steel, one of our big ones. Aluminium's one of our big ones. So that refiner has a lot of what we need, so we're just back and forth grabbing stuff. 1,304 tons at a time. Did they not make an official Windows 11 one? Did they finally gave up on that? Granted, I also hate Windows 11. The whole friggin' subreddit for them, wow. Doesn't surprise me, though. I'm honestly surprised they're not... I'm surprised Microsoft lost interest in them, because, like, around Windows 10 was the time, like, VTubers actually kind of started to, get popular on Twitch. So I'm surprised they didn't do like what Opera did and like make an actual, because there's like Opera has an official VTuber. Like make an actual light Windows 11 VTuber officially. Some companies have been doing that. More in line with their branding. I mean, like for like in Japan, it'd be in line with their branding though, because that's what they used for the marketing windows in Japan was the OS hands. Japanese market, Japanese language VTuber for Windows 11 in Japan. Because Japan loves marketing with anime girls. I mean, Laid Back Camp, wonderful anime, was officially paid for by the tourism department of Japan. Like, Laid Back Camp, love the anime, wonderful anime. It is officially an actual advertisement. The whole thing. Like... yeah. That's one of it's my favorite, like pretty much my new favorite anime, honestly. I love that thing. So it's laid back and about the camping. It's perfect for me. But yeah, no, it was pretty much paid for and commissioned by the tourism department of one of the prefectures of Japan. I should remember the name, but I don't right at the moment. And in the Laid Back Camp movie, it's actually kind of funny too, because one of the characters it's like a flash forward to their adult lives, is working for the actual Department of Tourism that literally paid for the whole anime to be made.
Scan detected. Hull integrity compromised.
It is. Well, it was. There's a lot of people that like visit that prefecture now, because it's not like. It was not a very big, well-known one. I am brain farting on it. is to make a VN feature things that became VTubers and then became VTubers again.
State of uprising in the system.
I have no clue. Yamanashi, there we go. Yeah, it's paid by Yamanashi Prefecture's tourism department. My brain was thinking Yamashita, but then I was like, I know that's not right. I know it sounds similar, but I couldn't remember the proper name. Go Nippon, is that the
Maximum capacity.
thing you're talking about? Like it's like a visual novel that had twins that were VTubers and then became VTubers again? Oh, there's like this horror game out there too that's like pretend to be a VTuber and you get, I think it's like Girl DM playing it. I can't remember the name of it. It's kind of funny. That was really meta.
Landing coupler disengaged. You are clear to leave.
With the lovely planet here mixed with that Lagoon Nebula in the background there. Yeah, I need to see if that one station here is just really wacky with the gravity or if they fixed it, because it looks like they rebuilt it and named a new one Eternal Ataki 2. So I don't know if it's still gonna be broken like it was before.
Flight control out.
Oh, okay, yeah, I'm not even familiar with what you're talking about, unfortunately. Yeah, perhaps be productive. If you're up for being productive. No. Since we got to use reverse psychology, be like, no, you should be lazy right now. And then you'd be like, yeah, I'm going to be productive. Vampire of the Sun noises. Just reminds you of Astarion and the when you blow up the thing on him in Baldur's Gate 3. Female protagonists of that game are sisters, and they did a marketing bit where they became VTubers on YouTube. They were popular, but it didn't last long. And until they actually became VTubers or something. Or I guess the VN, it probably went to somewhere else. Should have just grabbed another drink while I was up earlier too, shouldn't I have? Guys are starting here shortly-ish though, so do another run. I'll just get a drink during the ads.
West Branhead. Hull integrity compromised.
We'll flip this thing around eventually. There we go. Nope, don't drift too far. I had the throttle up still, didn't I? Oops.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
They're almost done with it. Well, started with like I think it was like 11,000. Now we have 3,000 left. 3 more runs for steel. These are the Coriolis. We have to do like 60,000 tons worth of stuff. Roughly, I think it's roughly 60,000. Route canceled. Why did it cancel the route? Go check out. Let's see this Eternal Ataki 2. See if it's screwed up still or if it's not. I don't know if that's on the same planet or if they moved it. Might not have been that one. See what they have for us here, though. Because when this system used to have Eternal Ataki 1, and it was orbiting so close that like there was like 0.4 G's of gravity on here, but I think they moved. I think they demolished it and moved it to another planet because it was so annoying to dock with. I thought it was really fun, but I can imagine people being frustrated with it. We could also switch and go look at our other colony too if we get bored of this particular one. Alright, we'll zoom in here, get dropped in here. Being productive and proud of me. Yeah. How to do it. Are you working on like a model for yourself to start VTubing, or did you said you were working on it for someone else?
Docking request approved. Please make your way to landing pad 39.
Alright, yeah, this one definitely does not have the gravity in the instance like before. Kind of a shame they didn't just leave the original one around. Wait, anonymous access? Why do I have anonymous access here? I shouldn't have anonymous access.
Landing gear deployed.
Working on 8 for yourself and other headmates. Okay. Gotcha. We apparently have a fine we have to pay here or something. Let's see why are we wanted here?
Beware, Commander.
Trade dividends with them.
Civil War. Be careful which side you favor.
The credit fine. But I was speeding a little bit at some point or something. They still steal here, I think they do. Perfect. Okay.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Launched up Hitman instead. Alright, let me I'm gonna grab a drink real quick with this ad as this ad hits. Let's see, I can even prevent you from repairing Ragev.
Oh my gosh! Why?
No repairs for Ragev, apparently.
The last one, please.
I like, okay, yeah, I won't do anything. I like how it just kind of dies and it just kept floating and just bounced off his cockpit. Like, it just kind of comes around there. And it just comes to meet us. It's such a nice little moon, isn't it? It is a Tom the teddy bear. And then it just kind of runs into us. We kind of end up inside the planet. And then it just spawns us at the surface. And you land. Wherever you find a flat spot. And that is the quick way down to the surface of Midrand Hollow. You just watched Breaking the Game. The style of landing.
You're doing?
It works.
I hate it. I hate it so much. I'm working on getting the Sussex bark we need.
All right. There we go. Okay. Gotta make sure I keep myself hydrated enough for throat healing. All right. Now we'll make our way back again. Yep. Gotta hydrate your streamer like you gotta hydrate your Tamagotchis. Plant now. No, see, I'm a thunderstorm. You gotta hydrate me. I gotta have the evaporation to build up my cumulonimbus so I can rain.
Clear of the station limits. We hope you have a safe journey.
or snow, you know. This time, so I'd have a thunder blizzard for you. I need water for that. We're in a bit of a drought. Did snow here today, though. Actually, it's a rather icy snow. Part of why I was late a little bit is little icier today. Loop back around here. A little there. I wonder if I should get a more obvious bot account than Kezuka. Everybody's just like, dang, that mod's just really on it. Get something that's like more obviously says bot in the name or something. Right on in. Ooh, Attila Tahiti is wants our cargo. We can get some combat in here. Come on, Attila. You want this? Come get it. Come on, Attila. I'll even turn around for you, so I'm aimed the right way for you to interdict me. Come on, you can do it, bud. Oh yeah, took the bait. You have me now. Haha. You're locked in here with me.
Taking damage. Flight system off. Cargo scope retracted.
Alright, drop the shields down, bud. No more shields for you.
Temperature critical.
To their drives targeted now, and then where's their drives? Is their drives not listed? What the heck? Oh, okay, whatever then.
Canopy integrity at 50%.
Stayed in my canopy a lot.
Heatsink deployed. Temperature critical. Under attack. Taking heat damage. Flight assist off.
Woo, there we go.
Heatsink deployed.
Leave the power plant.
Frameshift drive charging. 3, 2,
That'll show them for trying to pirate our stuff. The Clipper versus Clipper, that's what that was. We are the superior Clipper now. right, here we are back in Lagoon's at Lagoon. It was weird that he didn't have a... There was 2 blank ones on the sub-target. I wonder if those were actually the drives. That was kind of weird, though, that it didn't show his drives on the sub-target list to shoot out his thrusters.
Landing gear deployed.
Let's right around on and down there.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Alright. The steel and we're finally at 20% on this station.
Landing gear retracted. Ship released. Engines engaged.
Compromised nav beacon. Oof. Might need to see if I can put a security installation in after I build the Coriolis, just to have a little bit of extra security in the system. But first, we need to build the Coriolis. And then we need a BGS to put ourselves in control, which we could probably do some of that too if we get bored of building. Always run some missions or a little bit of missions here and there in between. Hopefully we won't loop past it. I think we were a little late there. And the thing I'm like debating on for next week, because I want to make sure I can, if I say I'm going to do it, I got to, do it. So we got the Caspian Explorer coming out on Tuesday. I don't know if I'll have time on Tuesday to do a stream of that. But then the Thursday stream will be American Truck Simulator, so I'll try to get the Caspian Explorer in maybe before the Friday stream. Otherwise, it'd be the Friday stream if I didn't do one on Tuesday for it. Well, the Monday stream with Cyberpunk for a while, but I might be able to do like a few hours on Tuesday with the Caspian, perhaps. That's what I'm kind of waiting on to get the schedule out, because that might be an additional day than usual. Otherwise, we'd probably just do it on Friday. I could just pre-build the dang thing so we aren't spending too much time building it. Player? You have a player here, what? Interesting. Bumping into a player all the way out here, but it is a player-run colonies out there, so they're probably doing stuff for theirs. An Ashling Duval player, interesting.
Landing gear deployed.
Young Kamada. Actually, I think that's the architect of this system. Hold on. Yeah, it is. Okay. Shoot them a friend request because I'm a nice fella. Got a sailfish there. How's it going, Desi? How's it going? Don't catch norovirus. Wonder if that is what I caught or something. I don't know.
Contact. Docking restraints engaged.
I know I had something really bad.
State of uprising in the system.
A lot of
Be careful who you sign.
extra coughing than normal. I mean, I have chronic cough as it is, but it was worse than usual.
Cargo hold at maximum.
Norovirus been going around. Hopefully not. I mean, I don't really socialize too much outside of gas station clerks.
Ship detach complete. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
Oh, okay, cool. Actually, so I just got a notification on my laptop as well that reminded me of something. So middle December, was it 15th, 16th? I think. Don't quote me on that. 15th, 16th. I think there's going to be another closed beta for the Ascendant.com, and I should hopefully be able to get another few keys for anyone who does want to try Ascendant.com in the closed beta as well with us during that. As well, so I asked for that, and I just noticed they pinged me on that to message them.
Frameshift drive charging.
They emailed about the next closed beta earlier today. And they might be having their sort of clan system, it sounds like, in place for this next one too. So they had a form for us to fill out to, like, what do you want your clan to be, and you can actually have your creator logo in there. And I guess there's limited slots for that, so no guarantees we'd get that, but that might be a thing too. Pop out here. Super Cruise overcharged a little bit again there. Howdy, Rensler. How's it going? We're just doing some construction ourselves today, just chilling out, vibing the music and building. Try not to have too many coughing attacks. Yeah, one of those nights to relax, right? That's one of the nice things with Late 2 is you just get the nice, you got the more hectic gameplays like the combat and stuff, but you can also have nice just zen, chill, relax gameplay loops, like just hauling something back and forth, you know? Doesn't have to be super crazy, but it can, it serves a purpose to just sit back, relax, do something simple. And you can get a station out of it with your name on it eventually. You do it enough. Bounty target. I'm not a bounty target. What are we talking about? I paid off my bounty. bud.
Flight assist off. Cargo suit deployed. Under attack. Taking damage.
Saying I have a bounty of some sort? I don't. You're the wanted one, sir. What are you talking about? That lock on there. Ooh. Guess you got the shield torps shot down before they reached him.
Taking internal damage.
Interesting. Okay. That might make this build not work out quite as well. Then, how many point defense does this guy have on him? Jeez, to be able to shoot those down that quick.
Flight assist off. Scan
I might still be able to get his shields down. We'll see. Point defense aren't going to shoot these down, bud.
taking heat damage. Target shields offline. Heat sink
So you packed all the point defense, you forgot the ECM.
Flight assist off. Heat sink deployed. Cargo suit deployed.
Oh, come on, keep the lock, keep the lock. Oh, we got out of ammo on those.
Flight assist on. Cargo suit retracted.
Well, we have one more piece of ammo in our magazine here. Ramming speed.
Flight assist
There you go, buddy. Have a nice day. See, after that first volley got shot down, what I should have done is mixed him in with the
Boop,
pack
mate.
hounds. Booped him for sure.
drive charging. 3, 2, 1. Engage.
That was terrifying. Howdy, Cass. How's it going? Yeah, my voice is getting scratchy now. I was like, how's it going, Cass, if I could actually talk properly? Most looking, I'm doing well. I'm doing well. Yeah, I actually cleared out some of the old Founders badges that hadn't showed up in like over a year, and you and Rainman actually have Founders badges here now, actually.
Docking person granted.
I'm a plant now. What? I don't know. Up to you, I guess.
Landing gear deployed.
See, Cass knows all.
Docking successful. Engines disengaged.
Ooh, we got 784 tons, so we can start working on the aluminium
Release.
on this next run here. back to laying down in bed. That's the spirit. Oh, I saw the automod queue earlier. I thought it said dad jokes. I was like, wait a second. Why did it cause dad jokes earlier than I was remembered? Wait, I do have a bounty. What happened? Why do I have a bounty? Fine. I just have a fine. Oh, October Consortium from when I was ganking. That guy's hunting me all the way in Lagoon Nebula. And see, I was right. I wasn't ganking. I was role-playing. I was ahead of it. I predicted there'd be a CG where the powers were going to be fighting over that system. I was just a week early. You know? Hashtag Neve prediction. I mean, the narrative made it quite obvious. It was going to end up with this, the powers having combat over that system, but... yeah, we just, like, blow up other players. I usually do. I don't do it always, but if I have like a roleplay reason, it can be kind of fun. So I was doing whereas there's that new system that was unlocked, and so I was like shooting players that weren't Imperial, because the narrative was kind of leaning towards that the powers were going to be fighting over it, which is the CG that launched yesterday, was to fight over the system. Yeah, that one wasn't a... oh, this guy wants... oh, they're clean? What are they doing here? That was just stupid system security. See, if it's a pirate, I can blow him up. I can't blow these guys up. Oh. Gotta avoid them. I mean, I could blow him up, but I'd then get actually wanted. And I wouldn't be able to buy the steel I need. Yeah, this one wasn't terribly a prediction, more or less. It was only a prediction in that, you know, I read between the lines, you know, had some media literacy. You know, it was pretty obvious that one was going to happen. It's not like the ridiculous... back when I played Guild Wars 2, I did actually make a really ridiculous prediction that I wasn't even trying to make. That got me banned temporarily from Guild Wars 2 server because they thought I was leaking. Because it was so off the wall. So I did like a roleplay thing. I did like a roleplay thing. I'm like, oh yeah, like, I said it. We're out on a boat out in like the ocean or whatever. Like, oh yeah, there'll be this Inquest base out here. We're just doing it with my squad or whatever. And then like 3 weeks later, this was during Path of Fire. They released right in the exact space we predicted on the map. Like, oh yeah, right here. There'll be like an Inquest lab or something. They released an entire map centered around a giant Inquest lab. And I'm like, the fuck? Like, I had no reason for it. It was like, even I was like, I don't know how I predicted. Like, I honestly don't. I just threw spaghetti at the wall and happened, I guess, hit. The dark bullseye. And like, yeah, and then after it, like, I got, like, because I'd made a comment, like, the other, and, like, some prediction, because there was some, like, really, there was, like, 1 or 2 battles that involved the Inquest, which was kind of weird at that time, because they had been kind of put on this, like, story back burner for a while. And so, like, at one point on the subreddit, I threw this out there, like, oh, there's gonna be one of the new zones. It's gonna be like probably out off the coast. There's gonna be like an Inquest city or something, you know, or an Inquest lab, or we'll have to raid it or something. And then it was like like 3 weeks later is when that dropped, and one of the mods banned me. Like, okay, there's no way you predicted that. Obviously, you work for ArenaNet and you were leaking. And I'm like, no, I seriously was not, bud. and they did not. They're like, no, we're leaving you banned. There's no way you can convince us you don't work for the developer. I'm like, okay, fine.
Set down on landing pad 2-5.
That's like fair. At this point, I'm having trouble convincing myself. Because it was so off the wall. Like, it was...
Landing gear deployed. Hull integrity compromised.
Contact. Dispatching ground crew. There is a state of uprising in the system. Be careful who you side with.
Oh wait, why do I have the... Oh, I have the fine for bumping a ship on the way out as well. That thing. It is. Kill that one pirate guy as well. Alright, and we needed... just 784 steel. Yep, no worries. Make sure you get your rest if you need rest. $784. And then we can start on our... We need 3,940 liquid oxygen, so we can start on that.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Always glad to have you.
Ship detach complete. Restrict speed until clear of the station perimeter.
I think you should actually have access in the Discord now to like a subscriber area channel as well too, if you haven't noticed already. I did throw that gift sub out. I've been throwing random gift subs out the last few days, just cause it's the season.
Drive charging.
Speed restrictions are now lifted. Flight control out.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Looks like the planet might be starting to move in front of the other system that we're going towards. Where's our construction? There it is. See if any pirates are going to try to interdict us this time. Or bounty hunters, because I guess I do have that October Consortium bounty. Some of them are trying to go for. I don't think they have interstellar factors out here. You know, actually, maybe they do. I think colonies can have interstellar factors. I could technically pay it off, but I don't really care to. It gives a break of pace sometimes when the bounty hunters come and I blow them up. Very your water world here is very orange and blue. The atmospheric glow it gets there. And there was like some of them every once in a while, like there was like some lights on the surface I saw before.
Docking request granted. Landing gear deployed. Health integrity compromised.
It's all the new Mark II ships, so I'm wondering, like Zorgon Peterson's been releasing a few, but when's Saud Kruger and Core Dynamics gonna get on the action? I want to see some new Core Dynamics and Saud Krugers. Maybe a new Mark II passenger ship or something, you know? Medium passenger ships, I know it's been being clamored for quite a while by the community. Be a good opportunity as well for a new Saud Kruger.
Freight ship drive charging.
Found lights on one of the little islands before, but it might be around the horizon now.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Or an engineer, yeah, like an engineering recipe or some sort of thing. Like even if it takes like an optional internal or something to have a special module, kind of like the anti-Xeno weapons, they eventually made it where you could have more than, was it 4 by fitting a special optional internal? Like something like that, like an optional internal that's, space frame integrity reinforcement or something like that to allow it to do the SCO or, or Alcubierre stabilization bulkheads or something, you know? It's like the frame shift drives is sort of an Alcubierre bubble sort of thing. So be like, yeah, Alcubierre stabilizers. Gives a little bit of advantage to the new ships, but not so far and away as it is currently at the very least. And then gives at least some reason, like if you really want to fly one of the old ones, yeah, you have like small internal, you have to use one of your optionals, but not that big of a deal. At least makes them viable for some of that stuff. I definitely still like some of the old ships. I like flying them flying them like a classic car, even if they're not optimal, they're still cool looking. Or the fact that when I was going around ganking in an Asp Explorer and hit 87621, was it? It's like nobody, you never even see Asp Explorers anymore, and then I come along an Asp Explorer, and they're like, oh, it's an Asp Explorer, that's not a threat. All of a sudden just pop up with flechettes, and they're like, oh shit. Ate a lot last night. Yeah, I think everyone in America generally ate a lot last night. I think NiamhKami underestimated my appetite though. I had to work last night, so she just like delivered me stuff from the family gathering during my lunch break, but I ate a lot more than I think she expected. Still good though. We'll have to do that at Christmas too. Christmas ended up lining up on my work this year too. Well, I'm gonna make some extra bank. So it works out at the end.
Foxtrot Sierra 9. This is an independent star system, Commander. Request docking permission prior to touching down. Request approved. Set down on landing pad 3 do.
Ooh, in we go, mail slot. See, for some reason, landing never gets old for me. I still always just love landing. I don't know why.
Integrity compromised.
Landing successful. Dispatching ground crew.
Right, we still need full liquid oxygen.
Be careful who you side with.
Cargo hold at
We're gonna be very explosive. Very, very hazmat. Liquid oxygen is like extremely flammable.
Ship detach complete. Restrict speed until clear of the station perimeter.
There's two types of locks. The delicious kind and then the kind you absolutely do not ever want to eat. Liquid oxygen basically just itself will basically light anything it touches on fire. It's super dangerous. But I imagine the reason these constructions and whatnot is like welding torches and stuff. I think it's used for like high power welders. If I remember correctly, or something like that. As industrial uses, I know. Big part of breathing. Well, not liquid oxygen. That's just regular oxygen. You don't want to be breathing the liquid oxygen. I mean, I guess, yeah, you're right. If it expands, it becomes gaseous. I guess I get where you're getting at. Yeah. Yeah, I was like, oh yeah, that expand. Yeah, I get that. Oh, there was some short story I read once a while back. I don't remember the name though. It was just like some alien civilization that is like how they were avoiding Earth because like no, those are the combustion people. Like we don't know what is there's always combustion because it's like really like, kind of like effectively are with how we breathe oxygen. And the aliens were like so freaked out about it or something.
docking request denied. Docking request granted.
Like chemical reactions, so it's kind of fun too. Because I was thinking like oxygenation is Rick Ross, but there's other stuff with silver tarnish, which is actually sulfide. In that case, it's not oxygen; it's sulfur. It gets silver sulfide, which is what tarnishes silver. But one of the coolest ones I've seen is like because the way to untarnish silver is like baking soda in boiling water and like some aluminum foil down on the bottom of the pot, and then you just drop in your bullion. So it hits that aluminum, and like the moment it hits the aluminum, you can just like see it just all the silver sulfur just gets pulled right off, like that. It's so cool to watch. I don't have actually much silver bullion anymore. I sold it when it spiked in 2020, but I do have this I have a casino round still. That was kind of fun to do it with because it was super tarnished. I popped it in there just right off. I was like, holy shit. I thought it was going to be drop it in there, let it sit for a bit, but no, it was just like, you saw that thing hit the aluminum foil. It was just, all the tarnish was just gone. I was like, holy.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Kind of sad though, because I like, because part of it is like I could if I didn't have a financial crisis in 2020, since I got like laid off and stuff, I wouldn't have had to necessarily sell the silver. I probably would have still done the platinum though, so I made really good profit on the platinum bullion. The silver wasn't quite as much of a windfall. Platinum was great though. I'd be like $200 per troy ounce profit on that.
2, 1, engage.
I'm sad because I had like this. I had this one really cool silver bar that was a 10 troy ounce bar, but then it had the actual like the atomic diagram of silver on it, and then on one side, and then the other side was like the periodic table like square for silver. So silver with silver on it. Oh, how much silver is exploding right now? I really wish I didn't sell it back then, because now it's like up at the $50 now. It's ridiculous. Pick up more liquid oxygen here. Bum bum bum. Great, this song's so good, and it's great that it actually works for being DMCA free. From Cyberpunk. Watermelon color wedge there of the Lagoon Nebula there. Drop on in.
Logan Peterson, Foxtrot Sierra at Nina. This is flight control. Please note that access to the station is by authorization only. Request approved. Cleared for landing on docking bay 02.
Slot there.
2,000 meters from touchdown. Attention, deploy landing gear.
Landing gear deployed.
now, more liquid oxygen.
There is a state of uprising in the system. Be careful.
2116 still. So the next one will be not a full liquid oxygen. But now it's a full liquid oxygen.
Detach confirmed. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
Pop over here. Oh yeah, see it's about to get hidden by the planet here soon.
Freight drive charging.
Orbital construction. I think you're gonna be 5,000 short on your FC. Looks like it's 2 runs. Can we choose primary? Yeah, right. That's I know. I wish they would have let us just choose the primary port, because like this system's a prime example of that too. Because my goal was well, I mean, I guess I could have, but I wanted my Coriolis to be here, so I didn't want to start with the Coriolis and be around this random crappy ice world. I wanted to around the water world. That's the prize of this system, but I wanted to, so I had to, do that small one, then a satellite, then another satellite, then the Coriolis, because that way I can have the universal cartographics of both. But if I was able to just be like, okay, fine, primary port, I would have just started with the Coriolis and then done satellite, then been done with this deep space outpost. Like other deep space outposts, I'll probably start with the Coriolis and then just do a satellite. That's what some of the places that are reached, like Lagoon, Nebula, Bernard's Loop, and stuff. I'm trying to make like deep space outposts, which actually I should look to see. I just need to make a satellite at Stone Ground Mustard, I think. Because we have one. I should at least get universal cartographics to our one out there. I need to build it up eventually as well. There, this one. Was I even building it with some pride? Nope. I'll have to look at that in a moment then. This, who is the System Defense Force? Dang it. See, some of these I've like left stuff down and I don't even know what I was building now. I need to just try and figure that out. Because I wish during construction it would tell you what you're building and it doesn't, as far as I could tell. Let's go back in there now. Back out there. Because the exploration data would be great on that system of ours. No, not that one. Because this one here is our system. It's actually the only populated system with crystalline shards. Yeah, I'm using Raven Colonial now. Back when I placed whatever this was, I wasn't though. I placed that so long ago. I don't even know what this is. I'm just gonna, whatever it is, I can replace it. I obviously haven't spent anything on it yet, so I'm just gonna cancel that one. actually cancel. I assume it canceled. Okay. That's Stone Ground Mustard out here. I could at least get that universal card graphics by sticking the satellite here. Should be able to do that. There it is. At least stick a satellite. I can get universal card graphics for that. So at some point. Let me build other stuff there. But yeah, no, my other systems I do use, because I have Algenib as well near, but that we've also been building that I've been using Raven Colonial for. Once this processes. But yeah, that's what I have. I have when I'm looking over when I need commodities, I have Raven Colonial to tell me how much I'm actually still left there. On my laptop, there we are. And Raven Colonial later. That one I don't have it in there yet, because that was from before Raven Colonial. We got Algenib was the other one I've been building on my other alt. We built this out. It's being a good hub of materials for all the colonies in the region. We got our Dodeck on that account up here, Anxiety over here. We got a Coriolis there, and then we were going to build another Coriolis in this. We just had to build a bunch of stuff first again now. That way, this was mainly the refinery, a little bit of agricultural. This one's mainly high tech with some refinery. It's the planets above, and then we're looking. Another one will be mainly refinery, some industrial, and hopefully. We'll have a surface one of each of those, and then hopefully pretty much almost all the stuff you need for colonization will be available in this system, and anything we're missing, we can get a system nearby with the military, I think, battle weapon, whatever. Those are our ones there on my other account, and then this one's just deep space one. So we're not going too crazy on this one. We're basically just getting it to be a nice place for turning in exploration data. Coriolis up there. Long live the spaghetti monster. Only missing 2 or 3 things. Yeah, because I think it's almost everything's either it's if you have a surface and a orbital for each refinery, high tech and industrial. That's like 99% of this stuff. There's like I think like military is like battle weapons, and there's like 1 or 2 things that are military. That's about it. From what Desi told me, at least. Looks like we have the ad starting in like a little over a minute. Yeah, the only ones that need battle weapons, the only ones that make them. Well, sort of. I guess the you made like a regular port at around a sun, it'd have military. Getting military is not too hard. You just place a station around a star. So we'll have that in the area too, because we have 86 Pegasi like right next door. It's just a real big star. Burger Town there, I guess, makes them with a medium ship. If I just say Coriolis there eventually or something. The large ships, or I just always go there in a medium ship. I don't know. Just leave a medium ship in our shipyard at one of them, and just for the running to go get the battle weapons next door.
Landing gear deployed. Hull integrity compromised.
Yeah, that's Dodec's my first tier 3, and I don't know if I'll ever make it a legitimate tier 3 of actually delivering it all, because holy shit. I took the best one. Yeah, we had a few that were sniped, although our faction still has them just because of it. We're out. Blah. We got our like little secondary bubble here. There was like an Earth like up in like one of these somewhere. Someone else took it. No, it wasn't those. Where was that one? But yes, there was someone who took one of the Earth likes that we were looking at. This one, I think it was this GWD. No, that wasn't Panda's Paw, though. I don't know. Oh, I think it might have been QBO, actually. I think it was QBO. I think it was there with like that one we were looking at for our own group, but like we're still. Oh wait, maybe it's not independent. Okay, I don't remember which one it was then. We got other ones in the area though. In any case, one of our other squad members is working on my orientation. This one as an Earth-like. Fenman's working on this one. So we got other ones at least. It was just kind of a shame because that one had a primary port around the Earth-like, so we could have put a tier 3 there. Great. But we still like our faction still controls it, I think. Or no, that actually might have been the QB. I think they did jump it from another place. Oh, actually, I wonder. I think I remember now. Yeah, I actually wonder if the expansion from Puzzle System will go there, because I think that was the one that was weird and actually didn't even pull us.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
Mass lock here. There we go. Yeah, let me look at checking. I think we were expanding from Puzzles Colony. Wonder out if that one was close enough for us to expand to. Yeah. Not sure how they found it. I might know. Hold on. Let me dig something up. Because there is a way you can use Spanch to find uncolonized Earth-likes and water worlds, or just whatever you really want to find. Within 15 light years of colonized systems, or that are populated systems that knows of. There's a link. We have it in our Discord. Our Discord, if anyone's interested, is there. I mentioned it. Double beep in my ear when I use a command. That's funny. At pinned in colonization, right? Yeah. I think this one uses Algenib as our center reference. Or, no, actually, it's L2A. Well, let me put it around Lagoon. I wonder if there's actually anyone's out here. What is the system we're in actually? D155. Okay. Make that as an example. So there we go. Okay. I think we had it as fields. Okay. So that's an example of like the search you can do on Spanch that'll show basically Earth-like water worlds that are within 15 light years of a populated system within we had it within so far from I put reference system is the one we're in, for example, on that one. Distance to nearest populated system 14.99, so it finds ones that you can make in just one jump, right? You can just immediately colonize. Unless Spanch isn't aware it was already colonized, because that can happen. But looking for unpopulated ones that it at least thinks are unpopulated. Granted, it's not always necessarily up to date. Relies on player data. But generally, that's a list of like systems around here that have an Earth-like and water world, and as far as Spanch is aware at the moment, aren't populated, right? So that could be like the way that person found it too. You can get some really specific searches using Spanch's search stuff. right, there we go. Oh, why is that? Why did that drop us in so far? And it's like going away from us. Interesting. Let's try that again then. Maybe? Why is it not? The charge fully and then just sat there. Heck?
Frameshift drive charging.
What is going on here? Why can I not jump? What is going on? Why is my menu not popping up? What is the game doing? The game is doing something weird. I can't even go to main menu. The escape menu won't pop up.
Frameshift drive charging.
Is it not? Is it a server issue or that is heck? So weird. What is happening? Weird that the escape menu won't pop up. I'm gonna task kill the game, I think. One moment here. That was weird. Get back on in there, see if we can get back in. That must seem, hopefully it's not like server issues starting to happen. Okay, continue. Hopefully make a connection. Okay, now it did. Okay. Hopefully I have better luck. I don't know if anyone's ever tried to like if the more like what looks like Morse code in there. Because in the like the lines of the orange, there's some raised bits that look like they're like longs and shorts. I don't know if this actually means anything or if it's just there.
Frameshift drive charging.
All right, see how this works now. There we go.
1.
Might have been a connection issue before because it was weird because like this menu wouldn't open either. Sometimes, usually, if you sit there long enough, he'll disconnect you, but I just figured I'd task kill. Down to 7-4.
Please comply with flight regulations as you approach the station, Commander. Permission authorized.
Yeah, if I ever like need to actually build a tier 3 again, I'll probably have to pay like one of those groups like Freight or something to build like at least half of the tank thing for me. Because it's like, what is it, like 120,000 these things take or something? Ridiculous.
Scan detected. Landing gear deployed. Hull integrity compromised.
Landing successful. Docking restraints engaged. There is a state of uprising in the system. Be careful.
All right, let's. We need 812 liquid oxygen at the moment. I wish they would update this so you can just type a number in, like in a lot of the other ones have been updated. Now they don't need to support console, they allow for typing. Water, I need 1556, so put that up here.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Anything a tier 3 gives that a Coriolis doesn't. Population, I guess, if you're really going for that. The amount of commodities it'll make is more. So if it's something that your station, like a Coriolis, wouldn't make much of, a tier 3 might make more of it. Granted, a lot of it's still going to be more than enough if you look at these numbers. But if it's like maybe something that wouldn't be. If you had just like a little tiny bit of high tech or something, you could push like muon imagers further or something. But mainly just like population growth, I guess. Otherwise, looks. Plus, if you have like the tier 3 points, but not necessarily the tier 2 points, that's kind of the other things I wish too. Is like I could just be like say I have 6 tier 3 points, but I have 0 tier 2 points. I wish I could be like, can I just take those, tier 3 points and like down convert them? Like maybe I don't want to build a tier 3. Maybe I can, but can I, downgrade them? Kind of thing. Like let you use the higher tier points for the, because yeah, I've bumped into that before. It's like, oh yeah, as I bumped into that on the way building up Algenib, the Doe deck came along, so I reworked the plans because I was able to do the Doe deck. But yeah, it's like, okay, I have all these tier 3 points. I don't want to build the whole dang thing, but I need to build all. I can build it, an Orbis. I can't build a Coriolis right now because I have 0 tier 2 points. That kind of situation.
Landing coupler disengaged.
Like yeah, like you have 0 tier 2s, but you have like a tier 3 point. Let that be worth tier 2s. You can optionally be like, yeah, let me use that. Oh, it's way far from being behind the planet now. That's interesting.
Freight drive charging.
Walrus noises. Why are you making walrus noises? This isn't Mythbusters. I also kind of wish when it came out of beta they would have unlocked the system colonization contacts in Colonia region, though. That would have been cool. Like unlock the ones that are in like Heart and Soul Nebula, Colonia, Crab Nebula, Explorer's Anchorage, etc., etc. That would have been cool. Just let unlock all the pre-existing system ones, not just the ones that are 350 light years from Sol. But they didn't, so it's whatever, I guess. The Dukes of Macun are making pretty good progress out there. They're already, they obviously I got Lagoon. I think they're actually already to Trifid, and I think then they were going to chain over to Omega. Probably, I imagine they're going to shoot over to Omega. Let's see if I can tell. I mean, I'm in their Discord, so I can just look. Got a bulb going here. Okay, yeah, it looks like they're chaining over to Omega. Yep. So I might make a deep space outpost around Omega because I have a one of my favorite systems that I've ever found in the game too is like way down here, directly below Omega that I found on Distant Worlds 2. And that's what some of the thing I want to see if I can try too at the Caspian Explorer. See if I can figure out a way to like search on Spanch too. I guess they wouldn't be known yet by player data. But I want to see because there is some loadouts with the Caspian Explorer that can get over 500 light years. So I know one of the ones you could technically get into Caldwell 1 now without a carrier. I want to see if there's any systems that between that 500 and that 500, I think 36 light years that Rain Man Games got. Hey, what question? What? Oh, what was it? I guess I'm not sure what the question was, Cass. But yeah, there was like the Caspian. Yeah, after I have life support and all kinds of stuff. Possibly, yeah. Did he have to leave it always off? I can't remember. Oh, that's the part you're editing. Nice. I gotcha. Cause yeah, Cass edits Rain Man's VODs. Okay, so he toggled it with probably like Guardian FSD booster, I imagine, when he needed it or something. That's decent enough. Yeah, see if I can find any systems that are between that 500 light year and 536, I think it was. Light year is like 536, 534, something like that he got. Range. Systems that you could not reach with carriers that you can reach now with Caspian. That's what I want to see if I can find one of those for myself. Ideally, it'd be one that would also have a neutron and a fuelable star, obviously, because A, you're going to be on bingo fuel, and then 2, you need to be able to return. So you need to be able to get there, fuel up, and charge up again. But if not, it would be cool just to be able to go to a system 2, even if you know you have to self-destruct. Kind of like the old Anaconda Graveyard folks did as well back in the day. But either way, it'd be cool. But I want to see if I can get one that's that range that you can only get there in a Caspian. That's what I want to try and find. And I think down below Omega might be where I look, because I know there's some that were, I think, just shy of 500. Yeah, and you know, if I find ones that you can't get back from, do it on stream. People know I did it. You know, it would still be really cool. Because, you know, the people that did the Anaconda Graveyard in what was it, Caldwell 60? No, what was it? What's her name? Messier 67. You know, back before the Anacondas, but back before there were carriers, you could get into Messenger 67 with a specific Anaconda build. This is back before Engineering 2, on the Neutron, but you couldn't get back. And so they had a whole expedition up to Messenger 67 that everyone in it knew that they were going to have to self-destruct at the end. Right, yeah, like if you want to do destination exploring, that 6x neutron boost is great. Like if you're just like, I want to go explore, you know, throws a dart at the galaxy. There we go, there's the dart. I want to go explore here. Like Caspian would be great for that, right? Like personally, for like my day-to-day exploration, I'm still going to be using the Corsair. I really love the Corsair for exploration. Because it's, you know, it doesn't get the crazy numbers of the Mandalay, but it gets close to Anaconda numbers. Yeah, it's still pretty dang good numbers on the Corsair, and I think it looks great. I do. My main characters are Imperial. I role play them as Imperial, so it's also great in that aspect.
Engines engaged. Landing gear retracted.
Yeah, that's the other one too. As I know, Rain Man did he kind of like threw together a speed run as best he could without Spanch having the stuff to Colonia. But I want to actually see if I can sit down, even see if I can get before Spanch actually gets the stuff and do the math. Because I know the math on how to manually make such a route. It just would take a while. Because basically what you're doing, you're drawing a line between Colonia and Sol, and then you're calculating where the point, you know, how far you could jump at that particular point based on your fuel usage. Find the XYZ of that point, and then you'll want to search Spanch for, okay, what's the nearest neutron to that system that is less than that distance, and then at certain points you want to be like, okay, where's the nearest neutron that's less than the distance that also has a main sequence star in it. You know, it'd take a while to manually make that, but that I want to see what the Caspian can actually get to, you know, get out there to Colonia. Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely can get it down from Rain Man's, because Rain Man's wasn't even beating the Mandalay, as he had it, because, because yeah, his calculations weren't the super optimal. They were decent ones, but to get the super optimized, you'd have to math every single jump. You figure it out manually, unless Spanch could get the. If Spanch could get the galaxy plotter, the optimistic algorithm galaxy plotter in, it basically does that for you. That's what that algorithm is. And it's usually pretty good. I think the route I had from Anaconda, I only had to alter it like 2 jumps. So that's usually pretty good on that. But yeah, people have been using that one. They have the Mandalay down to like 54 minutes. And I think Rain Man was just like at 1 hour and 1 minute, I think is when we did the Colonia to Sol direction. I think is what I was seeing there. Oh, that I need to dock here. I've been talking. I need to dock here. Okay. Make sure before I go somewhere. Let's see. It's dock here. Turn this stuff in. 1 hour 8. I think it's faster than on the Colonia back to Sol though. Because the Colonia to Sol direction is going to be faster too. It's always been the faster direction. Because you could start off in neutrons that direction, whereas you can't from Sol. Because you have Magellan right there in Colonia, so you can just start on a neutron. Basically. And definitely it should be able to, with the 6X plus the fact that it doesn't take AFMU damage, it should be able to do better than the Mandalay. Even the longer fuel scoop time should overcome the need for stopping and repairing the AFMU that you normally have to do every other fuel scooping time with like Mandalays. Yeah, that's right too. Chat, it can definitely be distracted on those. Yeah, the big old toucan ship. Yeah, I love the thing, but yeah, definitely it's definitely a hate it or love it design. I don't like it as much outside of the one ship kit that has like the flares on the bottom. I think that rounds it out a little better. It does look a little odd without those though. Yeah, do it not on stream. Yeah. I don't think he'd be because I've done a speed run on stream and you have to stay focused and you have to. Chat kind of has to understand you might not respond readily, but I don't know if Rain Man can put away the U shiny for that long, you know. Bit your tongue with the Mandy, couldn't do it twice. Wait, oh, you're not a fan of the Mandalay's looks either? Is that what you're saying? The Mandalay, I'm kind of like, I don't really like its looks necessarily the best either. Especially the one that really drives me up on a wall, and the reason I won't use it for exploration. And I hope the Caspian doesn't have this. Cass, can you have Rain Man test this? When you're on the ground and you've dismissed your ship, and then you're calling the ship back in with the Mandalay, the rear thrusters, they'll come through the front of that little hump on the ship, right? And it looks like the Corsair is using, or not the Corsair, the Caspian is using those same, that same little hump thing. So I really hope that's not going to happen on the Caspian too. I don't know if the hump's bigger on the Caspian or if it's not, but I'm hoping it's like not going to come the thruster effect of when it's the rear thruster coming through the front of the dang hump. Let me see when. Yeah. That one, whenever I'm on the foot and I call the Mandalay back in, I look up and I see the thing, the rear thruster coming through the front of the ship. I'm like, yeah. I just can't do it. That's like one of the main reasons I'm just like, no, on the Mandalay. I'm just like, nope, can't do it. I just hate every time I call it back. Yeah, just like, yeah, it looks so bad because there's like a few other ships that do it too. I know the Imperial Cutter and Clipper, like from a distance too. You'll see like it's like the level of detail thing when it's further away, then it starts to clip through, and it's like yeah, broken immersion basically. Because it's I think the issue on the back end with the engine too is it's far enough away, so it's LODing down the detail of the model. And that point, it's taking out whatever plane or whatever the module that's causing it to normally cull that part of the effect, but it's far enough away. And then when it's closer, then that plane or whatever there, that the game engine is like, okay, yeah, make sure the effect doesn't pass this polygon. Is there when it's close, but then it gets far enough away, it lowers the level of detail on the model, and then that limiting polygon's not there anymore. I think that's what it's doing. Love the cockpit the most of which one, the Caspian or the Mandalay that you're referring to? Mandy. Yeah, Caspian's okay, but yeah, you got the crossbar on the front, and I think too the Caspian, like the straight left and straight right is blocked as well. I don't think you can do straight left, straight right. And that's one of the reasons I like the Corsairs over the Mandalays too. In the Mandalay, the straight left and straight right, you got these like humps coming up, and so you can't. But in the Corsair, you can look straight left and right, which I tend to do more than looking down through the floor window. So I prefer the Corsair a little over the Mandalay for that. They're both wonderful cockpits though, with the whole dome glass going on.
Acts of violence will be met with an appropriate response.
Crossbar. Yeah, see, I don't mind the crossbar though. That kind of just gives a character.
There is a state of uprising in the system.
It's not like it's too low. It's just still above center. $1064 water. Yeah, is the direct left and direct right on the Caspian though? I don't know if I've seen that, but it looked like direct left or right was gonna not be a window on it at the very least. Looked like it had a decent up and down though, which is decent. But at least the Caspian coming along is going to make it so the Distant Worlds 3 roster isn't 99% Mandalays. I think FDev saw the Distant Worlds 3 roster and they're like, oh, hold on, we need to fix this. We need to get some variety in there. Oh my gosh, it was just like 99% Mandalays. It's like now there'll be a little bit more variety. You know, and stuff. And what I was going to do on Distant Worlds 3. So, Distant Worlds 3, they have, I think the left to right is about 3/4 view on each side. Yeah, it's not getting a full side, yeah. Which is fair enough. You get good in some ways and less in others. Yeah, definitely going to be a lot, yeah, 50-50 cast with Mandalay, I imagine. Seen a fair few. There's a few Corsairs on there, too. I'm surprised the Corsair Explorer is not more popular though, because it gets really good range and you can carry a lot. But I definitely see a lot of Anacondas and older ones on there too. And what I'm probably going to do, so we got Distant Worlds, so they have this projects or whatever. One of them is the Outlander Challenge, which is take that first week, you have like a week to get from the launch point in Bernard's Loop to Colonia. So I'm going to be doing that on Commander NiamhKami. And then on Commander Kezika, my other one, I'm going to, like, throughout the expedition, kind of go back through my history of exploration ships from when I started the game. So my first exploration ship was a Type 6. What else do I need here? Oh, I should do this while I fly. I need 147 fruits and vegetables. Oh wait, yeah, 147 of those. So my first exploration ship was a Type 6. 247. So we're gonna start with that for a little bit, and then I went to an Asp Explorer. That was during Distant Worlds 2. I had an Asp Explorer. Then I went to an Orca, and then from there I went to the Corsair. I mean, I technically had the Mandalay for a bit on the one CA, but then once the Corsair came out, I'm like, oh, nope, out of here. So I'll just kind of, throughout, for Commander because it was throughout, I'm just going to kind of go through the exploration ships. Maybe I'll do on Commander NiamhKami too, even though there's not as much of a history there. Because I started NiamhKami later. I did explore for a while with a Type 7 with Neve on CA6. And actually, that's where I had the Mandalay. I didn't really have the Mandalay on Kazaka that much, because I didn't really take Kazaka on CA7. I just technically had one, but I didn't really use it that much. And then to the Mandalay, and then to the Corsair on Neve. And then I need 67 power generators. Can I get those here? I know we need aluminium, so we can start on that. Yeah, Dolphin's always real nice. One of our squad members, Sylvia, I think she's still mainly uses a Dolphin for exploring. She'll go out, she'll find somewhere that she can mine, and then she'll go up, take her carrier out there, and then just fill her carrier up with mined goods. I think one of the fun ones we did though on was a CA7. I can't remember which way, but KY Cygni, I think. It was a big enough star that you could actually continually fuel scoop the star while SCOing, because the Mandalay could turn fast enough to stay in. And it was a big enough star you could still stay in its fuel scooping zone while SCOing. It was so funny. That was fun. We just did it as a group. We're all SCOing around the star. Zzz. Yeah, it's like one of the biggest ones in the game, and it's you probably do it with VY Canis Majoris too, I'd imagine.
Landing coupler disengaged. Departure.
But yeah, I think it was KYC, because that's like the third biggest star in the game. It's behind KY Cygni or VY Canis Majoris and Beetlejuice. Those are the usually we run ourselves every January a celebration of all astronomy expeditions. This upcoming year obviously is just a World Series, so we're going to kind of not running an official CEA8, but we're going to be running sort of a just in our Discord a CEA Distant Worlds. Will be if there's like cool real stars or stuff near the Distant Worlds route that they're not going to hit, we'll go there, have meetups and stuff. We'll kind of just the add-on expansion pack expedition, right? Kind of what we're gonna do there, rather than trying to, compete with Distant Worlds, because that would work out well, right? That. And then maybe we'll plan a CE8 and maybe time slot it for after Distant Worlds 3. There we go. Lagoon's at Lagoon. I'll eventually get this thing built. And we got to BGS our way up there, too. So I just got to get us back up there now. I want to build it first. That way, if we do need to go to war to give ourselves control of Lagoon, because there's always a chance it'll give this to us, you know? Always that chance. But that way I don't have to BGS this twice in case it wouldn't or something. I'll just get this built first. And then BGS us into position. That's gonna be the tougher one though, because usually, like a lot of our other colonies, I would just deliver bounties from our main systems. But this one's, 4,500 light years away, so that might not be the most effective. It's only 60 jumps. Maybe I could do it. Maybe get that kickstart on that J1, because I definitely need to take Neve back and do the new CG as well. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I don't know if we'll do that or this or Cyberpunk tomorrow. Check out the new CG as well, possibly. See how we're feeling. I know we missed our Cyberpunk long stream, so we should probably do Cyberpunk tomorrow as well. And we're gonna miss a. But that said, we're gonna listen to Elite stream next week for the America Truck Simulator.
Ship released. Engines engaged. Land attracted.
See if we can get another run or two in here. Yeah, and the Independents also have Grom. A lot of the Grom pilots aren't really working it as effectively as they normally would, because a lot of the ones that are familiar with Zayed aren't going to undermine the Empire ones. But I need that multi-cannon. I usually don't participate too strong. I usually try to get the goal. I'm not one that sticks around to CGs for terribly long, though. Or if last CGs or early day 1 and day 2 streams of mine were anything to go by, I scanned the plants for like 30 minutes, gave up, and then just started ganking people out of boredom. But yeah, I definitely don't go terribly hard. It's kind of weird though, this one, because it's like, from what I was reading earlier on Reddit, like all of the systems have already been undermined to unoccupied. So it's like, what's the plan here? Like everything's just gonna be unoccupied next week. like how's this gonna work, FDev? But yeah, it does seem a little weird that they didn't account for the fact that, we're gonna get these superpowers, and then we got this one that has four powers, and everyone else has Federal only have 2, and the Alliance only have 2, and the Independents have 3. There are Liang Yui, Grom, Antal. Is there a 4th one for the Independents? Really? Oh, Delane. Right, did I say Delane? Liang Yui, Grom, Antal, and Delane. Yeah, 4. So I guess to be fair, on paper, the Independents and the Empire, to FDev, should be, the 4 powers. But it's like, you also got the Federation and the Alliance sitting there but there's only 2 of us. So, this is kind of weird in that respect. I've always been of the opinion, too, and I've said this before, too, it's like, while I am Torval, as it is currently, I really think that for the superpowers should have been consistent there, because for the Federation, you have their head of state, in this case, Felicia Winters, as well as the leader of their opposition party, Jerome Archer. For the alliance, you now with Power Play 2.0, they added the opposition party leader as Ducato Kane, and then you have their head of state, Edmund Mahan. I wish for the Empire they would have been consistent on that, because like right now you do have the head of state, Arissa Lavinie Duval, and then you don't really have an opposition party leader. It's kind of a weird one. How they do it, like arguably, you could say Aisling was, because she's the other one with kind of she had a realistic claim to the throne, and there in the lore was the whole debate on whether it should have been Aisling or Arissa back early on in the game's life. So it could have been Aisling, consider her the opposition party leader, so to speak, because she does kind of have a lot of opposed beliefs, so that could make sense. But yeah, like right now you got them, but then you also got this random leader of their military, and random one of their 1,000 senators. I like Torval for the hyper-capitalist aspect and role-playing that, but for balance, I do think it should have been, for the superpowers, head of state, opposition party leader, head of state, opposition party leader, head of state, opposition party leader. So I think, yeah, it should have been Arissa and Aisling. Possibly, there could be some arguments made that it could have been Arissa and Torval too, because Torval that likes to make statements against, but she doesn't really have a throne claim. So I think Aisling would have made more sense there.
Position authorized. Adjust heading for approach to pad 09er.
I think that would have made things a little more balanced around, because yeah, the Empire definitely does have a lot of powers.
Landing gear deployed.
Landing successful. Commence system shutdown. There is a state of
We
uprising.
have a lot of, yeah, we sell like 10,000 aluminium.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
Because and then yeah, it's like, because even though you got four at the Independence, they're not exactly as bound by their shared identities like the Empire ones are. It like when you think about it too, like pretty much all the independent powers would hate each other. like Grom generally hates corporate governance, so he would hate Li Rongui. Li Rongui and Antal have had public spats already over like Sirius acquiring utopian technology, and like just all of them would hate Delane, and Delane would hate all of them back. Like if we're honest.
Frameshift drive charging.
Like, you can make a slight case for maybe Grom would be willing to be like, yeah, enemy of my enemy with Delane, but that'd be about it. Like, Li Rongui would absolutely despise him. Antal would absolutely despise him. And I think, yeah, most of the others would also really be like, oh, Antal, the cult leader. Yeah. Gotta get those masses of LYR players on your guys. Like, see, they have a shit ton of players. LYR, at least. Why is that yellow square up there, like, way brighter than usual? What is up with that? My radar, it's like way more than the normal yellow. It's like highlighter yellow on there. They took the normal yellow and just, oh, there's a green right on top of it. Okay, that makes sense. Now they're starting to separate. So I was like, what in the heck? That one's really sticking out there. Oh, yeah. Needs better incentive. Yeah, perhaps it. That's the other thing you have the Empire too, is they get a lot of, you know, they'll just be like, rah, rah, for the Empire. They don't care what the reward is often. And I see that a lot too. But them LYR players, man, they're capitalists. They don't work for free. And also, like, lore-wise, too, LYR has been working most with the Alliance since the Thorgoid War, too. Yeah. Like, what's in it for me? I don't work for free.
Landing gear deployed.
Us Torvalians are kind of like that, too, but we at least, Torval's like, you get money from me when you work for the Empire. We're like, okay, cool. That's kind of what my characters too. We got is our faction, CA psychiatric institutions too, where like a whole corporate governance. We got our squad. I need to fix that typo too. I actually typed GAAC because I was like, with our governance is care model, but I put GAAC because in our squadron mission statement, I was putting all these corporate buzzwords for role play. Where'd our thing go? What buttons am I hitting? Why am I hitting all these buttons? Well, I know it's not on the system map. We got our, what are those details? Yeah, I put all these like corporate buzzwords in here. Or interstellar scale, sovereign astro governance strategies, scalable deployment. It's like, yeah, it's like the psych ward company that decided to also get into real estate and governance. Hyper capitalist for your healthcare. But also it's supposed to be like super luxurious ones too, because it's like I had a kind of in the backstory for my character that her mother that she inherited the company from was running as like a hotels, and then she went on luxury hotels, then went the other way. Yeah. I need to at least get the weapon on Neve, because I think I have that weapon already on Kesicon something. I don't know, one of my cutters. Cutter that I don't really use anymore, but it was there. It is an interesting little multi-cannon, because it does more than what it actually says on the tin. They're all like, oh, it's just a multi-cannon with phasing C's. But no, it does this weird thing where it like shoots 3 rounds at once, and it's like way more rapid fire. They didn't talk about that either. It's kind of weird. But I think I have it on NAX Star Shatter, which was like, before the SCO ships came out, was kind of my jack of all trades SCO ship to get really deep into one of our systems called NAX that had all this stuff was 400,000 light seconds in. So it had like all the BGS stuff. You could had SRV hangar or two. It had a lot of the BGS stuff, so I could take it in there, and then a shit ton of heat sinks and fuel tanks. Yeah, fixed. Yeah, fixed multi-cannons can be tough. I think it has a really short range too, so it'd be really, you'd have to have it on like a Cobra Mark V or something really agile that could just stick on the ship and continue smelling what the pilot had yesterday for lunch. But it is interesting when you get there. But yeah, multi-cannons are definitely a tough one for fixed. Generally, a lot of the fixed. Generally, you kind of want the ones that are just have it where you drag your reticle across the point and then pop. You know, so stuff like plasmas or railguns, the ones where you just pops down. You get a big burst at once rather than like trying to do sustained DPS, because then you have to keep your time on target, and that you lose your DPS from lack of time on target. Whereas stuff with plasma and stuff, you just have to blip on target. Yeah, you just be on target the moment you shoot, and then you can just be off target again until next time you're ready to shoot. That's kind of the plasmas and rail guns and whatnot are better for that. All right, I think this will be our last run here for the night as well. See what actual percent of progress we made on this thing tonight. At least, unlike the last time we did a colonization stream, I didn't get distracted too much. Last time I did this, I think I delivered like one run an hour because I kept showing off other stuff. Warframe, what about it? I guess, is that like surface lights on this too? I guess they do update like the planet textures with like surface city lights. There's ones on this one too. So what is this one? High metal? They have this around? Which planet is this one around in here? Oh, it's a water world. So see, yeah, they have surface lights on this water world too. I'll go see if Earthlights get that too. Then I'll have to go take a look at Fedman's Earthlight in our Alchinib area as well to see if it has like surface lights now. I did not know that they actually updated the planet textures for being colonized. That's kind of cool. I kind of wish we could have had these planetary rings on the Dodeck, because you got like the deck truss Dodeck, but like it would be great if like the trusses were supporting like a ring like that, like two of them, right? Because they're kind of one ring of the 5 trusses is kind of the forward set on the dodecahedron, and then the other one's kind of the rear set of the dodecahedron, and then there's the 2 faces that are rotating along their plane are the ones without the trusses. But yeah, if the trusses could have had a pair of rings, that would have been really cool. Like have it be like, okay, yeah, you know, single ring and dual ring Dodecks, you know, and then they just happen to also have the trusses to hold up the ring or whatever. Or, well, I guess in space, it's not, in the spinning, it's not holding it up, it's holding it down. Because the forces would be going outward. Yeah. I think it kind of fits on the one station I made, because it's like, we're seeing secretary, so I named mine Anxiety. Some people drop in like, why'd they name this station Anxiety? They drop in like, yes, it does cause that. that's the response I want from players. Yes, it does. Appropriate name.
Cargo hold at maximum capacity.
But yeah, like on the one I'd probably do a need, I'll probably just do no trust, because 5 would look probably kind of silly, I think. The deck is kind of funny. But yeah, I would just, yeah, something that would let it stand out a little from the Coriolis. It's like, it's definitely way bigger. Like, you can tell when you're at it, you're looking at like the mail slots ratio to the size of the rest of the thing. It's definitely a bigger station by a good deal than a Coriolis. It's just like, it doesn't stand out terribly much unless you put on the trusses, but it's like, the trusses are so insane on that thing. But yeah, because like the lore-wise, the noob hammers are supposed to be like high gravity labs and stuff. So like it might have kind of made sense for like high tech lab. Oh yeah, that's the high gravity labs. Because like someone said the math before. I don't know what it'd be on the Dodec. It might actually be on higher on the Dodec because their actual spin radius would be larger. I don't know if the thing spins slower or faster though. But on the Coriolis with Trust, the actual tips of those hammers are at like 10G. And one of the weird ones I know is the deck trust too. It's like some of the hammers, like it's like you'll have 4 of the hammers will be like aligned one way, and then like one of them will be aligned the other way, and it's like, what? Why? like on one of the side, like you have 4 of the hammers. They're swinging. So like if you imagine it's a hammer, it's swinging along the rotation, and then the other one's like, person's holding it sideways while swinging. Like the alignment of the tip. And it's like, what? Why? At least make them all align the same way. Yeah, I think I mentioned that in another stream too. Having it be the sliding ring, too, where it's like you're really you got them in like an air gap kind of thing, where they're really just there to prevent the ring from getting too far out of position. Because yeah, the ring definitely would have to go slower. Because it works on the Orbis and Ocellus because their radius of the ring is like the outside of the the same distance of like the outside of a Coriolis, but like on the Dodec, they'd definitely have to be spinning slower.
Docking request granted.
I would have been interesting too, with like a single, like one where it's like a truss coming out the back of the plane opposite the mail slot, and then it goes back and it has like a pentarray of like solar panels or stuff back there, kind of like how you have the things coming out the back of the Ocellus and the Orbis. Kind of have like that with the Dodec too, where you have the Dodec as the front, and then you have the thing coming out the back with like cargo pods or something on it, and it just kind of spins along the axis like the Orbis and the Ocellus have. That would have been a nice touch too, as a possible option. Leave the normal, but if people want that, have it be like normal, and then you can have the insane deck truss in there if people want it, and have the one that's like has the pod just coming off the back. Stuff like that. All right, let's take a look here and see who is live. Right over to actually. see who else is on leave, on Elite at the moment. Darn ads again. Starcat. Oh, Phoenix is live this late. Interesting. I don't think I've actually rated them for quite a while. There we go. Okay. We're going to go check out Phoenix Blue Zero. They're actually building a colony. I think they were building one out near the lagoon. I don't think they are at the moment, though, according to their overlay. Another wonderful Elite Dangerous streamer, though. We're going to go check them out. Another non-binary. And, yeah. Give them all our Storm Chaser love, all that good stuff. They're also, doing some colonization stuff, it looks like. So we're going to go check them out. Give them our Storm Chaser love. And I'll see y'all next time. Bye-bye.